So my dad, he's an Italian immigrant, right?
Mm.
Um, and when I was 16, 17, he started dating a girl who was 23 and also
Mm.
his like college student, like he was her professor.
Holy shit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, classic
Yeah.
stuff. That's so. The only thing it doesn't track is an Italian who has an advanced degree. What was this girl going to ITT Tech? He was her fucking
Dude,
HVAC professor.
dude, he doesn't have an advanced degree. He teaches music.
Oh,
Like,
I see. I see. Okay, we're back. A
yeah,
dirtbag Italian fucking musician. Okay, beautiful.
yeah. Now that you get the idea,
Mm-hmm.
he's basically this has been going on. I'm 22 now, so a while. And they're gonna get married now eventually.
Whoa. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. So this has
yeah.
been
And
going on. So you said you were how old? 13? 16?
I was like 16 when it started happening.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
I'm
this
22
this
now.
is 8 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So, okay. And how old is your dad now?
Shit. He's 60, like in his mid 60s.
Mid 60s, and this girl's 31. Okay. Interesting. Hey,
No, she's 28.
she's
So I might have got the
28.
math wrong down there.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. If she's 28 now, they started dating when she was 20?
No, sorry, it's been 5 years. My bad.
Okay.
They started
Okay.
dating
Okay. Okay. Okay.
When she was 23, you said.
She was 23, and now she's 28.
So 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And basically this caused a huge falling out with my dad because my dad was also my high school band teacher.
Hell yeah.
And he tried to like get her to play in like our school events and
He's like,
stuff
come
like
on,
that.
she's
and, like,
basically the same age.
Yeah, no, pretty much. It was like and he I was
She's
in the
so
like
beautiful.
high
She's so
school
good at the
musical,
oboe.
and he tried to get her to like play in the band there, and I had to like quit that shit. I had to like
He
I kind of
tried
like
to get his
make-
23-year-old girlfriend to play with high schoolers at a high school production
yeah. I mean the worst
when he's 50, when he's fucking, or maybe 58, 59, whatever the fuck he was.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Okay.
And basically like this caused a lot of shit for me. We've been on and off. We're kind of getting back on now, like kind of rekindling our relationship a little bit. And I'm really worried because he hasn't talked to me about it, but he's like, we're in the same communities. I have friends of friends. He's talked to like these people about like the wedding and like when it's gonna be. And I know he's probably gonna ask me to go.
Mhm.
And like I don't know if I want to, you know.
Sure. So let me just, can I just nail down the ages here a little bit? So you are
Yeah.
how old right now?
I am 23.
You're 20, and this girl is currently 28.
Yeah.
Okay. 23, 28, and 64, let's say.
Yeah. That's about right.
About right. Let's give him 62. Let's be gentlemen about this. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
We can be nice.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's fucking crazy. And so your main problem here is just that just so we're on record, is that she's clearly too young to be your father's girlfriend, but wife is, I mean, definitely it was definitely weirder when he was in his late 50s dating a 22-year-old or whatever. I mean, it's still weird now, don't get me wrong. 28 and 60s is getting married is weird, but it's not completely unheard of in society. Usually, I assume your dad is broke. Usually broke motherfuckers don't have don't have the swag to pull this, but that's your problem. It's just that she's much too young.
Yeah, and also like every time I try to get back into his life, he tries to like kind of include her with it, which makes sense, but she tries to act like a mother figure to me, which
yeah,
like,
you're the same
obviously
generation.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's crazy because you're literally the same generation.
Yeah, it's like so fucking weird. Like She would tell me to stop like smoking weed when I was a kid.
Oh my
She told me she had to go to
God.
rehab for weed, and I was like, pussy. Like, you know, like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
not
yeah.
real.
I mean, this girl
like-
must have had a horrible childhood if she's marrying your father, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way she
Dude, her-
wasn't unfortunately molested by like an uncle or something, and like is
Her-
like she has some weird old guy shit going on. Plus, wanting to have a kid, wanting to like trying to like pretend she's a mother and instill order in like, you know, talking to a kid makes her feel more grown up. Having an older guy makes her feel more grown up. There's got to be some shit like that going on for sure, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, her dad's like, she's an FSU French horn major. Her dad's like a Florida cop. Like, I can't imagine it's great, like growing up in that.
French horn major. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's fucking
She's-
crazy.
She's not the brightest bulb, that's for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah,
Okay.
no, it's weird.
So
I don't know.
You basically are just like, you don't mind having. And what about your mom? You have a better relationship with your mother? I'm guessing, or
Yeah, me and my mom, we have a really good relationship. And that's part of the reason I stopped talking to him is because she started getting involved in like, she started saying shit about my mom. She started
Mm.
like, you know, she started like,
yeah, that's crazy. You can't.
My-
That's
she started
unbelievable.
emailing for him and I could tell because like his English isn't that good. You know what I mean?
I mean, I hate. Listen, this is one of those situations where if this wasn't your dad, I would love this guy. Like, he's such a fucking piece of shit. Like, love him in terms of he's hilarious. Being like a guy with broken English who fucks his like student that's 30 years younger than. And like she writes his email, she becomes his personal secretary. Your dad's got a real Bill Belichick situation going on
Yeah.
right now.
No, it's so funny because he's tried to like go to therapy and shit like that, but it's just giving him like ammo to be manipulative. But the thing is, like, he can't be verbally manipulative because he's so bad at English. Like,
That's really
like
funny.
it just comes off as like we just can see right through it. So yeah, I stopped talking because he like started saying shit about like my mom getting what she deserved and shit like that, and like
right.
he was just going off and like sounding just mentally unwell. And like
Sure.
I checked in with him later and I was like, hey, how are you doing? Like I care about you, love you, I want to make sure you're okay. But yeah, it was weird.
I mean, look, dude, I think basically what you're describing here is, yeah, I mean, your dad is clearly insanely in the wrong in every way here. I mean, like if this girl wasn't so young, if she was age appropriate and she was trashing your fucking mom, that's grounds for never speaking to your dad again. If he was dating, if this girl was really nice and sweet, but you just felt really weird about this fucking relationship, that would have been that's grounds to not want to have anything to do with it. You combine the two, plus she's like trying to be pushy and act like your fucking mom and like act like a parent figure. It's like you're completely in the right to have zero contact with, you know, to do with this. I think some kind of compromise you could reach here is like, and what might be good for you, because again, you're a young guy, this is good for you to like set your boundaries, is to speak to your dad and just be like, listen, like, you know, that conversation you had where you're like, I care about you, I want to check in on you. You can say, look, you're getting married, whatever. I don't really approve of this. Like, this is fucking weird to me, but you're my father. I want you to be in my life. The way that can happen is if you never disrespect my mother in front of me, your wife doesn't try and speak to me like I'm her child, that most of our relationship is between me and you. And if I have to see this woman, she keeps a very respectful tone, doesn't say anything about my mother, doesn't try and fucking parent me. You just have to say that. And if he's cool with it, great. And if he's not, then he can go fuck himself. Is kind of how I read the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely, and honestly, I was like that for a while. It's just getting a little, I don't know. It is weird because like me and him had a really great relationship growing up, and part of me knows that like if the choice is between me and some young pussy, it's probably gonna be the young pussy.
Well, I mean,
Like-
hold on, stop right there. We're talking about your father, right? And if that's what you think of him, dude, which he deserves, that's not the kind of guy you need to be doing anything for. If your own father, look, dude, a fucking 23-year-old from FSU, it's like, look, that's cool to fuck that girl. It's not cool to fucking choose that over your fucking son. So like, dude, that sentence is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
A son, and I want you to get that because you live in this reality where that's normal. That's fucking insane. And so just because your father is the kind of piece of shit that would put, getting pussy over his son, that does not mean you are not the one that has to change in this equation. I need you to understand that, right? And so you can't resign yourself to that. Personally, I would never do. That's what I'm saying is that like you need to know your own boundaries. And I think right now you might feel this way because no disrespect, you're just a little young and you miss that. Obviously, you want your dad, you want to have that awesome relationship with your dad, but you're not the one fucking that up. You need to understand that. The person fucking that up is your dad. The person who's decided to destroy that relationship is your dad. And if you go back and you try and recreate it by pretending that him being disrespectful towards your mother and pretending that even in the back of your head, you knowing he would choose this dumb bitch over you, pretending that's okay with you, that's not the relationship you want. You know what I'm saying? The relationship you want is him making you a priority. So you would be kind of selling yourself out for and you wouldn't get what you wanted. You would get a hollow version of it, and you would allow your dad to kind of like dictate your reality. Again, that's how I see it. But, tell me if I'm off base here.
No, I think you're pretty correct. I think it is ultimately like easier said than done. Like just hard for me to get out of that mindset. You know what I mean? And especially really hard for me to like think about like the future. Cause like, I'm family oriented. I want to have kids at some point. Like
sure.
My kids, like, with my them not having a grandfather, like them being weird with my grandfather. But I guess that's a bridge I cross when I get there, so I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Exactly. And yeah, this is fucking hard, dude. But like, also, you have to make it clear, like your dad might not think that you have the gumption to be like, you know what? Fuck you, dad. I'm not going to be disrespected by you. I love you. I want you to be in my life more than anything, but I will not be disrespected and I will not have anybody disrespect my mom. He might just not think that you're capable of that. And I think you owe it to yourself to stand your ground on this and at least have him, verbalize these things to him, let him hear it. What he does with that is up to him, right? If he tries to trounce through that boundary, that's up to you. That's up to you to kind of keep it firm. But I think, dude, legitimately, this is important for you in your life because I have found, and look, I think it's easy to say that I'm projecting. People will say, I think it can be read that I'm projecting about my own relationship with my father. It's not exactly the same, but I do think it has been very helpful for me to stand up and realize what my boundaries are in my relationship with my dad. That has helped me in the rest of my life. I think a lot of the like patterns that are that get established for people happen with your parents one way or another, right? Whether they're romantic, whether they're just like friendship, whether they're power dynamics, how you look at authority figures, whatever. I can tell you from personal experience, standing up to my dad when I didn't like the way he treated me or my mom has made it so that it's been night and day. Nobody treats me like that anymore in the rest of the world either. You know what I mean? Like that, I think that will help you in how you relate to the rest of the world. Again, this is just my advice, having dealt with a similar but not exactly the same situation.
No, I appreciate it. Actually, the reason I wanted to talk to you is because I know you've had some similar issues with a Mediterranean father. So, I don't know.
And for what it's worth, you're younger than me, and now at my age, having like kind of put I think having time apart has helped both me and my dad to realize, like, for me, it helped me come around to what, the fact that I really did want my dad in my life and I would be willing to compromise with him. And I think for him, it made him realize that I was serious and that, like, we had to have the relationship on terms that he didn't purely dictate. It had to be about compromise. And I don't think you'll necessarily get that if you immediately fold, is sort of how I see it.
Hell yeah. No, I definitely agree. Thank you, man.
Yeah, and you got time. Don't fucking nutting anybody too soon.
Yeah. I won't. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And stop. I just have a confession I need to make to you real quick.
Please.
Before I go.
Go ahead.
At your last Boston show, like a year or two ago at the Wilbur, I got really high on mushrooms, like really fucking high on mushrooms.
Mhm.
And then I lied to you about getting pegged and you posted it on YouTube.
Oh,
And-
wow. That was you?
Yeah, that was me. I'm really
Wow.
sorry, buddy. You can look back in the video and see like my hand crumpling under the weight of the mushrooms. So I deeply apologize.
Fuck, dude. I knew those shows were actually great for crowd work, actually.
I
We
know,
got a
those
lot
are
of
fun.
we had a lot of
Yeah,
weird Boston trash.
There's
come out.
there's a lot of rowdy Boston fucks out there.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
all right.
must
That
have
was the first
yell at
theater weekend
people.
of my life. That was so thanks for being there, buddy.
Of course, yeah. Love your work. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
You too, brother.
too,
Happy
man.
New Year.
Best of luck. Man, that sounds like an extremely Italian father predicament to have.
I mean, when he said that, she was like, well, I know if I had to choose between young pussy or me, his son, he would choose young pussy. And that is, that's the kind of, that's when I stopped respecting this guy.
yeah.
Because there is something fun about an Italian father who does like young pussy, but chooses his family over that.
Yeah.
That to me is the best of both worlds.
That's a crazy. It's you've gone too far when Stavi's World, the podcast, can't endorse.
Can't endorse getting young pussy. You're right. You're right. You're a real fucking monster if we're like, no, whoa. Certain things, getting pussy from hot girls is not, there are certain things that are more important than that. When you find those things from us, that's tough. When we don't approve of a hilarious Italian, a hilarious immigrant getting pussy,
Yeah.
you've gone way too far.